Hello friends, this is a 1967 Ford F-250, one of the most iconic pickup trucks in American history. Brand new back then, this beast went for about $2,500, 0 cents, or roughly $24,000, 0 cents in today's money. Simple, rugged, and ready to work. Now fast forward to a 2025 F-250 Super Duty. This thing's loaded with screens, radar, auto parking wizardry, and enough tech to make your smartphone jealous. But here's the kicker. It starts at around $47,000, 0 cents, and can climb to $80,000, 0 cents for the Platinum Tremor package. What's happened? Why are trucks so expensive now? And are you really getting your money's worth, or is your wallet just crying uncle? Well, buckle up today. We're diving in to find out. First off, let's talk about what trucks do best. Towing. Back in the day, it was straightforward to hook up, pray the thing doesn't rattle apart, and go. The old 67 could haul maybe 6,000 pounds on a good day. But this 2025 model, it tows up to 20,000 pounds like it's nothing. Thanks to a beefed up frame, upgraded suspension, and modern brakes. But here's the punchline. Only about 7% of truck owners actually tow regularly. Most folks aren't maxing out these capabilities.
Well, instead of backing up your trailer using the steering wheel, what we're going to use is the same Pro Trailer knob we use when hitching the trailer. We're going to have some cameras there to show us the trailer. And depending upon the direction you want to turn, you'll be twisting that knob. Okay, we're going to shift to reverse to activate, following the prompts on screen. Excellent. Now I'm going to open up your view just a little bit so we can see what's behind us. Perfect. We can see off to the right our parking spot. I'd like you to use the cameras.
Let's go back just a little bit, just a smidgen. And then hit to the right.
So why shell out extra for towing tech that's basically bragging rights? It's like buying a Ferrari to drive to the grocery store. Cool, but so expensive for what? And off-road. The classic F-250 had leaf springs, solid axles, and enough ground clearance to handle rough trails. It wasn't comfy, but it was durable as a tank. The new Tremor package adds rock crawl mode, trail control, rear lockers, and all sorts of computer tricks. Shout out to the folks at Ford for letting us test this beast. It just rolled out. But honestly, these modes are kinda gimmicky. They're just software tweaks to throttle and steering. If you've got the right tools, you could hack them into any truck. The real question, how many people are taking their $80,000 0 cents rig off-road? Maybe 10 diehards. For the rest, it's parked at Costco on weekends. You're paying for the idea of adventure, not the actual mudslinging. It's so expensive. Now on the road where most trucks live, the differences hit hard. The 67 is analog chaos, loose steering, everything shaking like a maraca, and zero safety nets beyond a lap belt. Terrifying to drive daily, but man, that gasoline rumble feels alive. It's built to last forever, which is why they're still around. $2025? It drives like a luxury SUV, massaging seats, wide cabin, 360 cameras, but at $80,000, 0 cents. Why even drive it yourself? Might as well hire a chauffeur. Picture this. Sir, shall I parallel park this monster? With all the tech, it's a breeze. Old trucks were tools. New ones are mansions on wheels. Comfy? Sure, but so expensive that it eats into family budgets. Speaking of costs, owning one is where the real pain starts. Old trucks, fix them in your driveway with a socket set, blow the engine, swap in a $500 0 cents junkyard special. Easy. But modern diesels? Oil changes run $350 0 cents at the dealer, and DIY voids the warranty. Then there's the DEF system, diesel exhaust fluid, basically urea water sprayed into the exhaust for emissions. Government mandated, good for the planet, but a nightmare if a sensor fails. Your truck goes into limp mode, 5 EMH max until fixed. And repairs? Might need to lift the whole cab off the frame, not backyard stuff. Add registration, insurance, and loan interest 5% on $80,000. 0 cents over time equals the price of a whole new cheap truck. These hidden costs stack up, turning a deal into a money pit. Why is it so expensive? Because the house always wins at the dealership. Trucks aren't just pricier due to inflation. In the mid-2000s, the average new truck cost around $28,000, 0 cents. Now, about $55,000, 0 cents. Automakers redesigned everything around trucks and SUVs. They're under looser emissions rules than cars. Cheaper to build per pound and rake in 80% of profits. Ford killed off sedans to push these cash cows. Automakers like Ford have turned trucks into luxury beasts, piling on tech gimmicks like massaging seats and auto parking wizardry that most folks barely use. Since the 2000s, the industry has shifted gears, banking on our willingness to splurge on chrome and high-end trims, with configurators nudging us to add just one more $5,000 0-cents package. Consumers, hooked on the dream of a shiny status symbol, end up shelling out big while the industry cashes in on 80% of its profits from these rolling mansions. But hey, affordable options exist. Enter the 2025 Ford Maverick, starts at $28,000, 0 cents, tows 4,000 pounds, hauls 1,500 in the bed, and gets over 30 mpg. So, automakers, build tools again, not rolling palaces, and buyers, think twice before your wallet weeps. Trucks are capable beasts, but are they worth the hit? Guess we'll complain more next time.
AI technologies are gradually developing and created by human hands. What if each processing factory gradually has fewer people working? Please share your thoughts below in the comments section of this video. And lastly, don't forget to recommend the channel to your friends so they can watch too. Thank you and goodbye. See you again in the next videos.